Hi guys, this is Mrs. Lyons. I'm going to be posting about 4 videos, and each video is going to have a specific type of problem on it, so that they'll be really short, quick, but each one will give a different example. This first example is a stoichiometry problem that is a mole-to-mole example. So if we look at our question, all of these questions will be dealing with our mole map, okay? And they will be using different steps along the mole map, okay? Grams of A, moles of B, grams of B. This first example is a mole-to-mole problem. So this first example will just be using the middle part of our mole map. It says, how many moles of sodium chloride can be produced by the reaction of 2.3 moles of sodium with excess chlorine? So first of all, we need a reaction. It says we're reacting sodium. Let me get a different color marker. We're reacting sodium with chlorine. Remember, chlorine is a diatomic element. It's one of the 7 Hoberfinkel. And we're forming sodium chloride. So this is our reaction. We need to balance this, so we would have coefficients of 2, 2, 1. Now, when we get into our problem, let's look at what we need to think about. All right, how many moles of sodium chloride can be produced by the reaction of 2.3 moles of sodium? So our given in this problem, I'm going to write it down here, our given is 2.3 moles of sodium. And our unknown, remember we look for the how many, our unknown is moles of, oh, don't just read sodium chloride, NaCl. So if you look, remember our given is always substance A, our unknown is always substance B. So we're starting with substance A, one step to substance B. All right, so let's set up this problem. We need to have a truth table with only one step in it. We know that our given always goes first, 2.3 moles of sodium. Okay, what's the next step that goes into our truth table? Well, if we're starting with moles of A, our next step is what comes next in the truth table, or moles of B, but I don't want to write B. I want to write moles of, what is B? B in this case is our unknown, so B is sodium chloride. All right, and then now that I have my top of my truth table filled out, I just bring these units down, so moles of sodium. Okay, now you should recognize this. I have moles of one thing to moles of another thing. What is that called? That's called a mole ratio. All right, and when I have a mole ratio, I use the coefficients of my balanced chemical equation. So I'm going to look, moles of NaCl is 2, moles of sodium is 2. So if I plug this into my calculator, what am I going to get? I'm going to take 2.3 times 2 divided by 2. You may not even need to use your calculator. We're going to get 2.3 moles of NaCl produced. Okay, so that's a quick mole-to-mole problem, a one-step problem using our mole map.